Hello friends and welcome to Saitama Stacker channel. My name's Dean. I'll be your host today. Wolfpack, pretty darn good day out there. Things remaining strong for Saitama with the price and overall looking pretty darn good. We're going to talk some fundamentals today. We'll look at a tweet from Russ that caused quite a bit of a stir and talk about what my opinion as to where we're at with that. And then I will talk about reflections. It's probably going to be a bit of a shorter video today. But sometimes brief is good. Some of my videos probably get a little long-winded. So apologies there. If you're brand new to the channel, please know I only make these videos for entertainment, education, and community building around the Saitama token. So if you are looking for advice, you're going to have to do your own research and make your own decisions on whether or not Saitama or really any cryptocurrency is right for you and your portfolio. So let's jump in, take a look at what's going on with the fundamentals of Saitama today, and then we'll look at Russ's tweet, which is pretty fascinating. All right, so total holder count now over 170,000, 171,390, an increase of 5,542. Pretty darn consistent here in the last week. We're looking at adding 5,000 holders per day. The average of those looks to be almost exactly 5,000, but there's one way to find out. Let's look and just see what the average is for the last week. 5,433, okay? That's a strong week. You're talking adding 30,000 holders in a week, which took months to do in the beginning. So the project is really strong right now. We're still getting a ton of interest and new people coming to the project. As you can see, the market cap continues over 4 billion. Okay, and this is against kind of a weaker market today. You'll see how that affects our placement in the top 100 cryptocurrencies. Okay, over 9 billion fully diluted. Fully diluted market cap, if you're unaware, takes into account the original token supply. So it's the price currently by the original token supply, which was 100 quadrillion. But really, this market cap takes into account the burn. The price is the same either way you calculate it, but it's more representative of how much value there is in the circulating token supply. The price, when I did my show prep, 709. So we've pulled back a little bit off yesterday, burning that zero. But this is still a strong place to be. And, it's still among the highest we've seen in any history. I mean, because we're at all-time highs still. So volume just under 100 million. So very strong again. The burn ticks up a little bit, 55.68. Our ranking is moved up one notch, and this is per the coin market cap. I basically, we're still not vetted on coin market cap. So I just take our market cap, which was just over 4 billion, and compare us against the top 100. It would put us at number 48. Okay. So very strong place to be. I'll move to the top and show you what I mean by this still not showing as fully vetted. So if we pull Saitama, and there's something else I want to show you guys, because if you're new and looking to invest in Saitama, you need to be careful right now that you make sure you're picking the appropriate Saitama project. Okay, so in our market cap, you see this little caution sign. And if you hover on it, it just says CoinMarketCap team hasn't verified our market cap, but this market cap is according to what we are self-reporting as our circulating supply. And so that's why there's a little caution sign there. And again, it's why we don't show up in the list, but we know what the market cap is. You can compare it to the list and we can derive that, no problem. Okay, the thing I was saying, let's take just a look and make sure you're getting the right token. So if you type Saitama, there's now multiple copycat tokens. Baby Saitama was the first one. People have asked me for a long time about what that is and what I think about it. I don't really give it any credence because it's a copycat. they're and this doesn't mean that people couldn't make money on it. Actually, it could be a good project. It's essentially set up the tokenomics the same way Saitama is set up. It's 100 quadrillion tokens. They burn 50% of the supply. They have a 2% reflection and a 2% burn, but they don't have the development team. Okay, they don't have Russell. They don't have Max. They don't have, any of their developers that are leading the Saitama project. What's giving it the strength that it's got right now. So this Saitamax, that was a copycat I saw last week. And then there's a mini Saitama. And what all of these are hoping is that you just accidentally buy them if you don't know what you're looking for. But this top one here, Saitama by itself, or some sites still report it as Saitama Inu. This is our coin. It has a market cap of about 4 billion. It's very different from these other projects. And I haven't looked at those other two to even see what they're all about. But my focus is on Saitama. And the reason I focus on it is because of the development team and where they're leading us right now. I'm going to jump back over to my fundamentals page and just show that the burn speedometer, which is the rate at which we're burning tokens based on the volume and the price, would be 45 days to burn 1%, or about 8.07%. You can see these two numbers don't match these two. It's because there's rounding involved. I'm just reporting whole numbers. And we burned about 8 trillion tokens in the last 24 hours. So the supply is steadily and slowly decreasing. I am going to be visiting the burn again because of some information I saw in Steve at Rocket Crypto's video, trying to get a projection on what could happen here as we launch the Saitamask wallet, which is now in like 10 days, November 13th. Very exciting stuff. All right, let's go take a look at Russell's tweet. This is just kind of a fun one. I don't know if Russell's trolling us or just having some fun with us, or if he has some legitimate information here, but he says, this is 8 hours ago. And so Saitama Wolfpack, fun fact of the day. Coinbase requires 150,000 holders prior to listing. Okay. Coinbase is a huge listing. They actually have a phenomenon, if you will, that they call the Coinbase effect, where when coins list with Coinbase, they tend to get a pretty good pump out of that. I don't have any doubt with the direction and the trajectory where we're headed that we won't get a Coinbase listing eventually. But I can tell you, in my experience of watching Shiba Inu go through Coinbase, they were able to list, and they listed prior to being around for 1 year. But they were immediately delisted, and there were some things that Coinbase had to work out, and it actually took almost 90 days before they relisted again. And the flow for that is Coinbase has two platforms. They have the Coinbase wallet, but that's not really Coinbase. Then they have Coinbase Pro, and they have Coinbase. So Shiba Inu listed on Coinbase Pro, and they usually will run it there. It's a smaller population of investors for a little while, and then it lists to Coinbase. So I don't know if Russ has any actual information here, or if he's just trolling us a little bit. But we do know we've had other amazing, 3 top 5, top 10 listings in the last 3 weeks, with KuCoin being the most recent, supposed to be listing Friday, was what Russell has said in an interview. Now, that can be plus or minus a few days. These are pretty complex setups to make sure they get it all in there correctly and that they don't cause any problems for investors or themselves when listing new tokens. But looks like the KuCoin will come soon. So I think that's interesting. It'll be interesting to follow that and see where that conversation goes. Russ was supposed to be on Crypto Deb's stream today. I didn't see him on there, so not really sure. Another request people have been asking is, where was Shiba at the same time? Well, you go back and you try to look at the historical data, and it gets kind of interesting where it just doesn't really, and it might just be how they were listed, but you can only go back so far. So in this stage of the game, there's no market cap in April reporting for Shiba Inu. They launched in August of 2020. So the Shiba Inu project is approximately 14 months old, going on 15 months old, and they don't start reporting market cap until into May. Okay, and their market cap shows up at 6 billion, and then it drops down into the 3 billion range, and it stays in this 3 billion range, 2 billion, 3 billion, 2 billion, 3 billion, going through June and July towards their year mark. Sorry, I have to mute because I'm still trying to get over my cold. Okay, 2 billion in July, 2 billion, 3 billion. Okay, this is where things start getting interesting. Okay, so they're out for a year with a $3 billion market cap. Saitama has been out now for about 7 months, since May, and we're at a $4 billion market cap. So we're looking very solid compared to Shiba, but I want to show you what happens here in October with Shiba Inu. Okay, they're 3 billion, October 1st, 2nd, all of a sudden up 300%. Okay, 5 million or billion, 6 billion, 11 billion. Sorry, back to 8 billion, 12 billion. Okay, this is all happening in October. And then by the end of October, 40 billion. Okay, so they went from 3 billion to 40 billion in a month. Now, I've been one in the past saying, I don't know if it's possible for Saitama to burn 2 zeros this year. I'm going to die on the broadcast here. Okay. What we would need to burn that next zero is a market cap of 44 billion. Okay. There's Shiba Inu at 41 billion, from 3 billion to 41 billion. Now, they have more time in the marketplace. They have more listings. They've gained some real attention in October, and that is phenomenal growth. But if it can happen with Shiba Inu, it could happen relatively quickly with Saitama as well. And we're at that 4 billion market cap, which is more than what Shiba Inu was at the beginning of the month of October. So I don't really know what to draw from that. I'm not really trying to make any inferences other than maybe it is possible to burn another zero in the year 2021. It's going to depend on what happens with the token and what happens with the news and what the development team can bring forward. But we do have, in my opinion, and I own Shiba Inu too, and I have actually all the way since June, but we have a Docs dev team that's out front leading. So I actually think we have the ability to accelerate and outperform Shiba Inu. So it's just a matter of time and letting it play out. But maybe I'm wrong when I said we can't burn 2 zeros this year, or would be difficult to burn 2 zeros this year. Maybe I'm wrong, you know. Shiba Inu's rise was meteoric, pretty much happened in a 30-day period of time. So we will have to wait and see what happens with Saitama. All right. I'm also going to just show you my rewards and reflections. And I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to see if I can blind this out in the video. But basically from yesterday to today, my reflections or rewards are 159 million free Saitama token. Okay. I've been tracking this now for a little over 2 months, since August 31st. My current total rewards tokens received is 15,300,000,000. And at current prices, I'm going to add a zero back in there and just throw a 9 and kind of round and be close. My rewards are worth $1,377. So the passive income side of Saitama is great. If you want to learn more about it, go to saitamatoken.com, and under the ecosystem tab, they explain how the burn mechanism and how the rewards mechanism works. Folks, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Please stay safe. Watch out for colds. Watch out for COVID. And check back with me tomorrow. We'll watch our Saitama stacks grow together.